On the internet, there is a question that everyone is considering, but isn't really ready to ask aloud. Why can't Chris Rock's baby walk or talk? He wasn't able to do either at 9 months or a year, and even today, he still can't accomplish tasks that most newborns have mastered for a long time. Mama is not what he says. He is not a crawler. He doesn't even correctly raise his head. Nevertheless, Chrisean continues to post videos, go live, and laugh off the queries while grinning as if nothing were wrong. However, something isn't adding up behind every video and every popular moment, since this isn't just about a baby who is lagging behind. Many are beginning to question whether something far darker and more profound is continuing. Even her most devoted supporters are stunned by what they're learning. However, it all began with a single video in which Chrisean first presented her. People were thrilled about the world. She made a lot of noise. She felt proud, as if he were the prize she had been waiting her entire life for. She referred to him as a blessing and held him up for the camera. However, there was something strange about the baby even in those early clips. Didn't do much moving. He refrained from crying. He avoided looking at her face. In her arms, his body appeared lifeless, like a rag doll. Additionally, he scarcely responded when she bounced him. Supporters dismissed it, claiming he was simply sleepy and exhausted. Others, however, weren't so sure. He is too motionless. An individual commented, "That baby doesn't look right." The euphoria gradually gave way to perplexity as more individuals began to weigh in, including pediatric nurses, mothers, and child development specialists. Became terrified since the baby wasn't growing as it should have month after month. And she continued to sidestep the question no matter how many times they asked. However, what followed would turn the internet from worried to appalled. Months Reese Jr. was unable to raise his head. He wasn't rovering over wobbling. Months. Ling was also avoiding eye contact. He wasn't teething, clapping, or crawling. Months, not to mention teeth. Not even the cooeyest of infants produced laughing noises. Kang continued to record herself in the meanwhile. Every time she performs, Ajim, the gym dancer, goes live with the baby on her lap as a prop. At him, folks were stared at her. Get him checked out by a doctor. Do something, please. However, she either snoozed, snickered, or laughed. And the internet was flooded with inquiries as the months passed with no advancement. According to some, Stein was late. Some said that this was a delay. Wait, it was a diagnosis in the making. Take place. The statement "baby doesn't tick-tock" could be read aloud. He requires counseling. Additionally, that's when things began to go wrong with the theory. You mentioned Instagram, TikTok, platform art, and everyone's hypothesis that the infant may have a syndrome, a rare genetic illness that impairs facial development and motor coordination. Others hypothesize that the erratic conduct during pregnancy might be fetal alcohol syndrome, and claims that she consumed alcohol during her pregnancy. Physicians started sharing analyses of Chris's films, highlighting symptoms of neuralgia problems. Experts in pediatrics provided diagnoses via blogs. Some even take advantage of the CDC charts that demonstrate the baby's actual distance behind. In the meantime, TikTok detectives use slowness to slow down and replay clips frame by frame in order to examine each movement or lack thereof. The more plump they looked, the more people wondered why this baby was still Bahingwan, why she wouldn't get treatment, and what she was hiding, since her next move didn't stop the whispers. It wasn't Ganamore Naimore. It was when inquiry gush. It merely fueled the flames as inquiries concerning her health erupted online. When Chrisean finally made the decision to respond to the Instagram live that went viral, she grinned, turned to face the camera, and remarked, "You guys worrying about my baby like he's not perfect? He's only taking his time." However, her tone didn't reflect what she was saying. She was giggling, distracted, and pointing to the infant. Like a purse each time someone inquired about the examinations, she either changed or rolled her eyes. The topic, I know my baby, she said, his mother is me, he doesn't require medical attention. However, viewers couldn't get rid of the impression that something was seriously amiss. The wrong time, the next was laughter. She was laughing as if nothing had happened while cradling the infant in her arms and uttering phrases like, I don't know what I'm doing. Fans weren't simply gone. They were afraid. Then came the video that showed the internet people a video of Chrisean working out at the gym while carrying her infant in her arms went viral. Arms. He was not seated. He received no assistance at all. She was doing weightlifting. While he was loose. With each motion, his head sways. People were appalled. I safe. One user commented. And stop neglect, urged another. I paused in order to demonstrate to the camera that he would resist. She pulled him off in mid-cry during the live stream. In the video, resist Vince and avoid making eye contact at all. As she danced and yelled in the backdrop of the video, he sat motionless and silent, and she shouted over him. People were more uneasy with each clip. Croat's response to the condition was equally as important as the condition itself. She seemed to be flaunting herself, as one observer described it. She's not seeing him, but I'm leaving. Sorry, stay. The lack of an explanation, the apologies, and the quiet from only items created by medical practitioners in the comments. Worse until someone speculated and eventually shattered it. In just a few hours, a well-known pediatric TikToker named Toke shared a reaction video that quickly went viral without naming the user. She was not required to. These are not typical signs. This child is displaying symptoms of serious neurological delay, she remarked after watching footage of a youngster who wouldn't engage, babbled, and couldn't hold his head up. The infant displayed hypotonia, or abnormally low muscle tone, which is frequently associated with genetic or developmental disorders, according to a breakdown provided by another pediatric nurse. Others pointed out that Chrisean didn't make sounds, react to movements, move, or show signs of emotion. They were acting like most kids their age. They were a warning. Someone said, the longer this child goes without therapy or professional help, the more irreversible the damage becomes. There was nothing more to it. Peril, rumors of legal action then began to circulate. Speculation that calls had been sent to Child Protective Services surfaced, Chrisean with her infant child. The timing appeared suspect, but there were no reports, investigations, or confirmations. For days, Chrisean abruptly vanished from social media. No live streams, no frantic updates, and no new baby posts. Her enthusiasm had changed when she returned. Her grin was strained, and she appeared worn out. She mumbled that she had tears in her eyes during one level. They are attempting to take my child away. The internet was enraged by that one sentence. CPS was involved with him. A report had been submitted. Was she being made to confront the reality at last? Nobody was aware, yes. However, a change had occurred. The end right when folks believed there was no way things could get any messier. The internet exploded when the baby's father chose to speak to Kay, and even the critics were shocked by what he said next. Blueface had been quiet for months, liking tweets and occasionally subtweeting Chrisean, but then he suddenly posted a picture of the child with the caption, "There's no way this is his." CPS was involved with him. A report had been submitted. Was she being made to confront the reality at last? Nobody was aware, yes. However, a change had occurred. The end right when folks believed that there was no way things could get any messier. The internet exploded when the baby's father chose to speak to Kay, and even the critics were shocked by what he said next. Blueface had been quiet for months, liking tweets and occasionally subtweeting Chrisean, but then he suddenly posted a picture of the child with the caption, "There's no way this is his." We should all hope for Cone and her lovely child. I don't wish to offend this family, boy. It's possible that folks are overanalyzing the circumstances. What are your thoughts? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Additionally, If you enjoy the star faults, do like and subscribe. Additionally, view additional videos.